All right, so we asked people on Twitter to send us questions for the show, and we've got a few of them. We've got some really good ones. So let's get into it. We have from @CARaptorsFan, who will finish games for the Celtics this season? I think that's an excellent question.
That is a good question.
Who's going to finish games for the Celtics this season? Go ahead, you go first.
Well, I think what Steven showed last year is that he is not afraid to switch up lineups. Like, he has no set finishing lineup. If 5 guys are playing well, if 5 guys have found something to beat whoever the opponent is that night, he will stick with them. That being said, I think my finishing lineup, I mean, this is just like the 5 I think would be the best. Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Jay Crowder, Kelly Olynyk, and Amir Johnson. That would be my lineup. That is a tough lineup, a versatile lineup. Offense, defense, I think that lineup is the most complete 5-man group they can put out there. Who would you pick?
Well, I should have gone first because then I would have looked pretty smart by giving that exact same lineup and taking away your answer. That's a good lineup. I think that's a great lineup because you put Amir Johnson out there because he's probably the best screen setter on the team. So, and he works really well with Isaiah Thomas. We've seen that already. So I think when you put Thomas out there with Johnson, I just sub them in together every time, basically. So you put those two together. Yeah, Kelly spreads the floor. Crowder is going to draw one of the tough defensive assignments. Smart is going to draw another, and Smart is fearless, and especially if Smart's attacking the basket, you have a lot of options out there. That's a really good. It's a really good defensive lineup, even with Isaiah Thomas and Kelly Olynyk. Yeah. Those aren't your best defenders at all, but you still have 3 really tough defenders out there in Crowder, Smart, and Johnson. So I think that's a good base finishing lineup, and I would assume that's like the close game. Maybe if there's if the Celtics are trying to come from behind, you may want to put a little more scoring punch. Maybe you put David Lee in there. Yeah. Maybe you instead of Crowder, you go with obviously R.J. Hunter. But no, I
think there will be games when Evan Turner has moments down the stretch. There will be times when Avery Bradley's definitely in there. Like, there's just a lot of options on this team, and I think that's the thing. There will be times, I'm sure, when Tyler Zeller's in there down the stretch. Who knows? Maybe Sullinger will emerge from darkness to be a hero in some games too. Like, there are so many guys on this team capable of moments like that, and I think that's a good thing about Stevens being so flexible and sticking with what works. Because for as analytical as he is, he plays hunches a lot, and he sticks with the guys that are playing well. And I think that might be his best quality, is that once something's working, he goes to it, he sticks with it, and he really maximizes that, I think.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think that might actually be the best way to sum up Brad Stevens. Just as an aside here, what makes Brad Stevens so good? He's that right mix.
Yeah. I
think when you look at somebody like Hinkie in I know where he's the GM, but like Hinkie in Philly is so overly analytical.
So much Hinkie hate right now.
Oh my God! I hate him so much. But it's so analytical that he doesn't get the human side of it. The thing that makes Brad Stevens really great is he's very analytical. He believes in all of that strongly, but he also understands the human side, and that something that might work statistically isn't going to work on a certain day because of a certain matchup, or maybe a guy's just having a bad day. Yeah. Like, you never know. Some guy might just show up. He might have had a fight with his wife. His kids might have been pissing him off. Might have had a horrible commute. Everybody has the day where you walk into work and you're just miserable. And that happens. Look, the NBA is a job for these guys. They do it every day. You're going to have bad days at work, even though you're really good at your job. You're going to have bad days. And that's the thing that numbers don't take into account. And if Stevens sees these things, takes those things into account, then he does the things that you're saying, Jay. I'm going to use Sullinger here instead of Amir Johnson because it's working right now. Sullinger got in. He's hot. It's working. We're going to stick with it, even though I normally use Amir in this situation.